You guys remember when they used to mash up cartoons, like when the Harlem Globetrotters were on Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo used to do it all the time because Batman and Robin were on Scooby-Doo.
They still do that with like the live action shows too. They have like the weird crossovers.
Like what?
Well, they would do it like Okay, hold on. Just give me a second to think.
And we're back on Marco learning how to have a conversation.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Like I think Zach and Cody did it with Hannah Montana or something. I think
that's a
Victorious and iCarly did it.
I've never seen any of those shows.
Yeah, I'm saying they still do it nowadays. I'm comparing my time period to your time period.
Oh wow, Marco is the first time realizing that he has nostalgia. None of those shows exist anymore.
It's not nostalgia because TikTok reminds me.
That's nostalgia.
It's the nostalgia side of TikTok.
I'll just bail them out. Those CW shows with all the superheroes, Flash, Supergirl.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
They crossover once a year.
So Green Arrow, I actually really enjoyed. I only saw the first 3 seasons, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ryan Reynolds' movie.
That's Green Lantern.
He's the guy from all those rom-coms, right?
Yeah. Did you ever see the one where he was fat? So
oh my god, I've actually seen that movie.
Just Friends.
Yeah.
No, he saw it alone.
That's the sad part, as I did watch that rom-com all by myself.
What's the one where he's waiting tables and he's waiting around tables?
I don't get that joke.
I think that was his first movie. I think that was his first big movie, at least.
I think that was his first big movie, but it was also like everyone's first big movie.
Right, yeah.
That was a star-studded cast.
Yeah, right. Pull that up, Marco. Pull up the movie Waiting cast list.
Waiting.
That didn't screw you guys up, right? We're all good with that screen share?
No, we're good.
All right, cool.
Waiting. Who is it? Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. I think it was like 2004, maybe? 2005. Just pull up the cast.
I was about to say Anna Faris.
Anna Faris, Justin Long. That was like right when he was in Luis Guzman. Look at that.
Legend.
I only recognize
Andy Dane Cook.
I was going to say, this was Dane Cook, and then Dane Cook blew up.
Right, yeah. Go to, hover over some of these, because I'll know the faces.
I was going to say, if you go...
No. Dumb. Not those 3. Go down. Who's David Coach?
Oh, that guy.
Whammy.
Yeah, go down. Oh, not Luis. No, we know Luis Guzman, Marco.
Sorry. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Seen him around. Go down again.
John Francis Daly. He's from Freaks and Geeks.
Right. Yeah. Don't know her. Don't know him. Go over.
I have no idea.
All right. Now, you guys know? Do you remember, Marco? You won't know this. Do you remember Andy Milonakis?
What was he in?
So, he had an MTV show called the Andy Milonakis Show. Marco, can you go to YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get. We might get hit for this, but I want you to pull up the Andy Milonakis theme song.
Andy Milon. How do I spell it?
The Greek way.
What?
Is it Andy or Annie?
Andy. A-N-D-Y. M-I-L-O-N. Akis.
Second one down.
Oh, boy. Is it this one?
Yeah. Do the theme song. So, this kid had a show on MTV. And it was like the apex of random humor. Remember in like the early 2000s when if you just did something random, it was funny? Mm-hmm. Didn't have to be like clever or anything. There's a brand of humor being random. He had this show. Is it playing?
Yeah.
So Since we're on Skype, Marco can't play audio.
Oh, okay.
And if
So-
he plays us the audio, we're going to lose our...
Go to Google, do an image search of Andy Milonakis, and we're just going to look at pictures of him while I describe what happened here. So he does this show, and it's like him. Like one of the bits was he went up to an old person on the street, I think, and just kept going, "No, I'm saying," and every time they said something, he go, "No, I'm saying." It just was like annoying kind of.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, sophomore humor. So it's this kid that you're seeing in the pictures there, and it was funny because he was a kid and he was doing it to adults. Then the big twist was that he actually has some crazy disease where he was really like 30-something years old, but he looked like 12 years old. And then once people found out he was a grown adult, all the charm had left his performance because it was just an adult being obnoxious, no longer a kid being like cute and charming.
Oh, yeah.
He was huge. It was like a
What's his-
2-year all-time high when we were.
It's
in,
the
like,
same thing with like Tom Green.
Yeah, similar, but like you knew going into Tom Green's still around because you knew what you were getting with Tom Green. You knew he was an adult. Andy Milonakis disappeared after people realized he was an adult.
Oh, wow, he's 45.
Yeah, he's 45 years old and still looks like that.
There was one bit with Tom Green where his bit was he'd find a pizza delivery person and then try and sell the person he's delivering the pizza to his pizza instead. So he had another person holding all the toppings. So he goes, "What'd you get, pepperoni and cheese?" And he'd take pepperoni and cheese and throw it on a raw pizza and just harass this pizza boy.
Poor guy. Tom
Speaking
Green,
of,
like the first podcast.
was
So-
it?
Well, kind of. He used to do a show that was his own on his website. He produced it, filmed it, edited it, put it on his website, and it was kind of like a late night talk show where he would bring on guests. Like he had, who's that comedian? Hey,
Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, he had Andrew Dice Clay on there, and they could just freely talk about whatever they wanted. He'd have like 3 guests on. He'd kind of do the Tom Green bits, but it was really just a talk show. And it was very similar to how a lot of podcasts are now, especially like the Your Mom's House podcast, where it's like half jokes, half interviews with celebrities on there.
I was thinking,
And 45 minutes of promos.
I was thinking,
and
Yeah.
commercials.
I can make a podcast for Your Mom's House called Your Mom's Basement. And I just sit here and talk to myself in my mom's basement.
Turn it on yourself, Brandon. It's the only way to guarantee that.
Marco, you do this once a week where you want to get on Your Mom's House. So you think by making something that's somewhat related to their product, they're going to bring you on their show.
I don't want. No, I
Basically,
wasn't. No, that was not to get on
No.
their show. That was just to have my entire own show underneath their product.
Was this a bit? Because I feel like Joe and I have told you many a times that's not how you get on their show.
No, I know that's not how you get on their show. I'm not trying to get on their show. The whole part of that was to make my own show under their Your Mom's House Productions.
Yeah, that's just called theft. What you're describing
No,
is theft.
not if it's not if it's owned by them.
Yeah, but they have that already. It's like going to Walmart and saying, I got the best idea for you guys. Let's create a store that sells general household items, but at discounted prices. And they're going
Walmart's
to
No,
and they're going to look around and be like, yeah, we're already
that
doing that,
is
guy.
completely no. That is different. I'm saying I make them a product, so they still make money off of it. It's just that.
Yeah, but you're
So
just
this is the
creating a-
podcast that Josh releases, right?
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
The
right.
guy that produced their producer produces a podcast that no one listens to.
That no one listens to.
So why
Well,
don't you just
this is
become his
Nadav.
producer and then make a podcast after that?
Okay.
Marco has Googling skills of Nadav.
It is pretty rough. Annie, during that
That's
waiting,
why I was so
during
confused
that waiting cast
because
list, I looked it up on my phone. It was quicker.
Marco, terrible. Marco, I'm going to have to leave for a second because you're not showing up. I'll be right back.
okay. Oh, that's because I screen shared.
Marco, while he's resetting that YouTube video, did you hit stop on that? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Well, I don't even have the audio from my desktop like connected to the OBS software, so even if when it was playing, they can't hear the audio over there.
Well, I noticed when the audio was playing, it was screwing up audio on your side, so I didn't want it to
I
keep
was
going.
screwing up audio on my side.
When the YouTube video was playing, yeah.
Oh, man.